Maybe your business, Patrick, might be harder, but I mean,
what's so hard?
Because it's pretty impressive. But
hey, the brown nosing in that one statement, and look it. That's the face you make when you're being brown nosed. He knows it. He's like, go ahead, put your nose all the way up there, go for it. Like, he's letting them too. But I want Mr. Charlie Kirk to explain what's so hard about the guy who runs CEO. What's so stressful about his job? Why? Thank you for watching Power to the Pod, where we are committed to an intellectual integrity and a moral honesty. I'm your host, Superior, and once again, thank you for watching. Now, in this video, I don't want to call people names. The video that we're going to watch, I can easily shoot off a whole bunch of bad names I can call these people, and I don't want to get in trouble by YouTube again, because I got in trouble by calling, or for cyberbullying. Okay, I don't want to do that again, because I like being on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure if you're watching me, you like to watch me, watch me. Okay, but this video, it is a challenge not to call these people names. Okay, and what's his name? Kirk. What the hell is this ugly guy's name? I don't know, Kirk, whatever. He's a Republican talking point, and I promise you, their entire conversation just makes me just want to shake them. I want to shake my screen, hoping that I will shake some common sense into these people, because they're on purpose being disingenuous. Like, and it's just so obvious. I wonder who takes these people serious, if not only for entertainment. Who are the people that take these types of people serious? And if you don't believe me, let's go ahead and watch this video, and let's have a challenge, okay? Let's see who can not call these people names. Who has the least points on calling these people names, all right? Let's go ahead and watch, and let's have this conversation.
I want to talk about this wonderful capitalist. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's one of the best capitalists out there, who is becoming a little bit more proud to talk about it. His name is Bernie Sanders. If you've heard this guy before.
Right. Why doesn't he give his book away for free?
You're anti-union.
Give your book
as
away
a
for
CEO,
free.
You're
Okay. I know I just started a video. They're about to just ramble on about some nonsense until they get to Bernie Sanders. But I hate it when people say, well, if you care about, people just kind of being out of poverty and you have money, why don't you just give your money away? I almost called him a name. If one billionaire decides to give all his money away, that's not going to solve nothing, because the way that poverty and the wealth gap is here in America is called systematic. It's a system in place that will continue to turn until something changes within that structure. Join the Discord and we'll educate you. But to make this as simple as possible, if a billionaire gave all his worth, people would be cool for a couple months. I give you that. A couple months, maybe even a year. I give you that. But then that system is going to continue to turn, and it's going to continue to spit out people into poverty. I almost called him a name. See, I ain't going to lose this one. I ain't going to lose. Okay.
Anti-union busting, or you're for union busting. I'm not saying you're anti-union. I'm just saying that it seems like to me, as a former CEO,
I'm going to fast forward.
This guy's worth around $70 million.
I do want to of our company to do is fight with those teams and
seconds
and
they can't. Says Bernie is worth $8 million. Keep going.
And
so they're going to fast forward.
Just hold 10 seconds. 10 seconds out of part.
Yeah. But I take offense to the chairman pointing out that all CEOs are corrupt because they're millionaires. If you make a lot of money, you're corrupt. It's bothering to me because, Mr. Chairman, you yourself have been very successful. Rightfully so. Glad you have been. You've been in office for 28 years, and you and your wife have immersed a wealth of over $8 million. And in fact, your quote on being wealthy and being a millionaire was, well, if you write a bestseller, you can be a millionaire too. If you can be a millionaire, why can't Mr. Schultz and other CEOs be millionaires and be honest too? If that's the case, then why is it that Mr. Schultz, who actually creates jobs and a bestseller of a book, isn't creating any jobs? Why is it that he's corrupt and you're not?
Straight up went at him.
Why is it that all
right, so let me, because they about to just rattle on, and this is my video, damn it. Okay, I can pause and speak when I want. Okay, I'm almost a grown man, all right? First off, I'm pretty sure if we was to ask Bernie Sanders, and this is why it's so important when you have this platform, you need to be as precise as possible, because disingenuous people like this are going to take your words and twist it. I'm pretty sure Bernie Sanders is not saying every single billionaire and every single millionaire is corrupt. They're evil. They got their money from devious, evil things. Every single one. I'm pretty sure he would deny that. Now, of course, is he painting a broad brush, a stereotype over millionaires and billionaires? Yeah. And even when I'm trying to speak, I try not to say all Republicans are evil or all Republicans commentators are grifters. I try not to do that, because then someone can easily take what I say and twist it. So it's very important that you got to be very detailed in what you say. Not every billionaire, not every millionaire is corrupt, or they got it through corrupt ways. But it's a good chance that there's somehow, some way extracting those funds in devious, evil ways. You can create jobs, but how are these jobs treating their employers or their employees? Are they paying a fair wage? Is the working conditions workable? I mean, I work some construction jobs, and it's whoa. Let's not call OSHA. I tell you that. You know what I'm saying? It's so many different ways. You can't just, he created jobs, so therefore he's doing something good. Like, no. Anybody who's worked a honest, labor-heavy job will let you know. No, hey, whoa, it's not that easy. You can't just create a job and say, you're doing good for all mankind. No. Let's look under the hood. Let's look at the details, and we can see if the money that you're profiting, putting into your pockets, is clean money, or are you abusing your workers, your employees? That's the whole point. That is the whole point. But no, these disingenuous people right here don't like to do that.
CEOs are corrupt because they're wealthy, and yet our chairman, who is wealthy, and I'm glad you are, you're not.
So fast forward now when they have their back and forth, and he's trying to defend it. He says, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
To be
keep going. There you go, right there. Go ahead.
Thank you. Well, let me respond. The senator did mention my name, I think. And I think you got an all-time record here. You've made more misstatements in a shorter period of time than I have ever heard.
Please correct me.
Well, if I'm worth $8 million, excuse me.
It's all public.
Excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right? Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
If I'm worth $8 million, that's good news to me. I'm not aware of it. That's a lie. All right? Number two.
Part of public records.
You're probably looking at some phony right-wing internet stuff. It ain't true.
No.
All right? You should read beyond that. It is not true.
It's part of public records.
Hey, be quiet.
No, it is not public record.
Okay. Well, you made $1.7 million on your book.
Public record.
You made $1.7 on your book.
Excuse me. I've got the mic now.
Number
two,
I have
the mic now.
Okay, you can pause it here. I'll get some comment, and then I'm going to show 1 minute clip.
It's just weird how let him talk. Bernie Sanders lets you talk for like 15, 20 minutes, bruh. Keep your mouth shut and let the man respond to your accusations. But no, you don't want to let the truth speak. I mean, simple, right?
And then we'll wrap it up. Go ahead. When you see something like this with Bernie, going after guys like Howard Schultz, who's created 402,000
Yes.
jobs. What do you think about this exchange?
Well, I'm an entrepreneur. You're an entrepreneur. Creating value is hard, and it takes.
Okay, that's you're an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm not going to say anything criticizing what we're doing because that's going to make me look bad. That's going to make you look bad. So of course, why are these two having a conversation about the dynamics of CEOs and employees? Now, of course, there's some people who are in these positions can have an honest conversation. But this guy with the weird hair, with the hairline that's like doing all this, we gonna listen to him? Really? Come on. But let's hear what these entrepreneurs, okay? These entrepreneurs have to say about the dynamic of companies and employees. Come on.
It's risk, and you need capital and you need labor. You need a balance between the two, but you have no value created unless you have an individual with a drive and the ambition to work the extra nights, wake up the early mornings, and assume all of the responsibility. You see, all Bernie looks at is the advantage, but he does not realize that at any time when he was CEO of Starbucks, while he was the sole owner, he could have been open to lawsuits. He could have been open to, mass client walkouts. And if it goes bankrupt,
so first, hold on.
Who's the one that then has to go to bankruptcy court? Are the employees then going to bankruptcy court? No, they go find another job.
Okay, whoa. Okay, first off, this is all I'm an entrepreneur. This is all this talking right here. If you're being honest with yourself, first off, if you're being honest in the work that you're doing, lawsuits don't mean nothing. Lawsuits happen every single day. If there's no weight behind it and you're doing everything the way that you're supposed to be doing, who cares if someone files a lawsuit? Is what happens after that. And if it has no legs, who cares? People who live that, got millions and billions of dollars, from what I read before, it's lawsuits up the wazoo. That's the second time I said wazoo. I don't know. But that's nothing new to people. And then he said, well, the CEOs, they're the one that has to take all the risk and this. And if a CEO has to file you for bankruptcy, he's the one that has to do it. And the people working, they just got to find another job. Wait, hold on. So you're telling me someone who's been working at their job for 5-10 years, you know what I'm saying? They established their life into that job. And the CEO does something corrupt and he hasn't filed bankruptcy because he's not being responsible with the funds, with the money, with the profit. Oh, the people working, they just gotta find another job. Really? Hey, Kirk. Is your name Kirk? Yeah, Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk. Is it really that easy? When was the last time you actually worked a real job? Is it really that easy if you base your whole entire existence on that job and you lose it like that? Is it really that easy? The answer is no. If you're watching this and your brain can't compute the answer, I'm going to tell you the answer. The answer is no. But if you're a billionaire and you're a CEO and you file bankruptcy, guess what? I'm pretty sure you're clever enough, you're smart enough to hide funds in your stocks and bonds and all that crazy stuff. You chilling. But for that person that just lost his job just like that, is going to be struggling a lot harder than you. Come on, Kirk.
No, but when you're an entrepreneur, you're not saying, okay, I want the upside, but I want the downside. And guess what? Most of businesses in America go to the downside direction. They do not succeed. That doesn't mean they go bankrupt, but they shutter, they fold, or they get bought, or they just kind of taper out. And so it's very easy to criticize Howard Schultz. And I have a lot of problems with Starbucks as a company politically, but that is an unbelievably hard business to scale. I can't think of maybe your business, Patrick, might be harder, but
what's so hard?
It's pretty impressive. But
hey, the brown nosing in that one statement, and look it. That's the face you make when you're being brown nosed. He knows it. He's like, go ahead, put your nose all the way up there, go for it. Like he's letting them too. But I want Mr. Charlie Kirk to explain what's so hard about the guy who runs CEO. What's so stressful about his job? Watch.
I mean, I gotta be honest.
Selling insurance is harder than coffee.
But think about it. It's labor intensive.
Yeah.
He turned a commodity into something that was special. So coffee was never something that was, considered to be an experience or worth paying up for. So he upsold something that was just so widespread that people would have in their homes. And you have to hire hundreds of thousands of people. The turnover is immense. You got to train them. You have to have the rent, and you got to scale it again.
What in all of that is the actual CEO doing? All he did was make coffee into more expensive coffee. Any person who has, the gift of jab, as they say, could take this Apple pencil and be like, this pencil is better than that pencil. Put some clever things behind it. That's easy. But one thing he did say, the intensive labor behind it, the hours, and of course they're not getting paid, a livable wage, because obviously they wouldn't be in this conversation if they were. What's generating the money? The employees that is actually putting the work behind making these regular coffees. In my opinion, I had a Starbucks a few times. It's nothing special, but I'm not a coffee guy, and I don't let people brainwash me with, oh, this coffee is better than this. Nah, get out of here. But it's the employees that's generating that money. Just because you had a good idea don't mean nothing. You actually need the labor behind it. And what gets you in trouble, what gets you placed into a bad spotlight, is how you treat your employees. That is the only thing that matters, or at least in this conversation.
Against also, once you create the genre of coffee service, immediately you have 1,000 competitors, right? Dunkin' Donuts changed their model, Krispy Kreme's, and he still stayed excellent.
Who cares?
And so,
McDonald's built cafes.
Yes, that's right. And he still pummeled them. And he still did a good job. And their coffee's not even that good at Starbucks. And he kept on doing it. And I mean, I don't think it's very good compared to most other. But I think it's admirable the way Howard Schultz defended himself, because he said, look, I earned that money. And that's one of my favorite words in the English language is earn.
That's right.
And
nothing on God's green earth do you earn 100% yourself. It's always going to be an immense, you can even nitpick down to who created the roast for you to get your black ass to work. Like, it's so many factors in your life. And of course, I only can speak to my own life, but I'm pretty sure your life isn't too much more than mine. I had parents, I had an environment, I had people that loved me, that created who I am today to put me into a position for me to do the things that I do now. It's so much around you. So it's kind of arrogant for someone to say, I earned this. Especially if you're a God-fearing man. The word I earned should never slip out of your lips. You should never fix your lips to ever say, I earned, if you're a God-fearing man. You earned hell. But that's a whole nother subject. This is not my sermon video right here. But in just a regular, scenario, you earned nothing 100% outright. Maybe an ass whooping. That's probably the one thing people earn all the time. And sometimes it's never paid. So it's just weird to me. But then they're just going to go on talking about, nonsense. I'm a capitalist. I'm an entrepreneur. You're an entrepreneur. So let's just brown nose each other. That's pretty much the rest of that video. But it just really chaps my khakis. Can I say that? Can I say chap my khakis? It just really confuses me on how disingenuous and how some of these people are stupid on purpose. I'm not calling them stupid, okay? So I don't lose this challenge. But some people can be stupid on purpose. And that's what we call grifters. And of course, they're in a position to where they have a lot of money. I'm assuming. I don't know their statements like that. I'm on my own business. But I'm just assuming they got money. So what incentives do they have to change anything about the system? What incentives? That's all I'm saying. But of course, this conversation can go on forever because it's just one of those things that if you challenge this, you're challenging America at its core. Like literally at its core with slavery. Like you're challenging America at its core. So if you feel anything that I said was incorrect, you already know what to do. Hit me up in the comments down below and let's have that conversation.
Thank you for listening, and don't forget to join the conversation by subscribing. Make sure to tune in next time, and like always, power to you, power to me, power to the people, power to the pod.